to another episode of Watch Wednesday. Wherever you're watching from, whether you're on YouTube or Facebook, we thank you for being with us. We are excited that you're with us, and today we have a very, very special guest. But before we get to our guest, I just want to take a moment to acknowledge our sponsors and our funders for all the amazing work that they do to keep Roxey Ballet alive and moving forward in this 2025. So Watch Wednesdays, as you know, comes out every Wednesday at 11:30 a.m. And so you can tune in. Please feel free to leave your comments in the comment box, and don't forget to like, subscribe, and also follow us on Instagram and on YouTube. Hit the notifications and the little bell there, so that you know when we are going live and you don't have to try to search for us. So anyway, every week, as you know, we feature different people on Watch Wednesday that are related to Roxey Ballet and what we're doing. And today we have the most beautiful ballerina and dancer of the Roxey Ballet, Kara Skaptison, with us today. Hello.
Hello.
How are you?
I'm wonderful. I'm happy to be here. How are you?
I'm good. I'm great. So here's the thing. Last week, our episode that we released, actually the audio was fouled, and we had Edmondo Crimi here from the Vampa Museum, and that episode was sponsored by a different coffee that was sponsored by Duncan, and we haven't heard from Duncan, so this week we're going with Wawa. And so Wawa, if you see this and you want to participate, don't forget, you can contribute to Roxey Ballet, and so can you. You can contribute to Roxey Ballet at www.roxeyballet.org/donate. And so please feel free to donate to Roxey Ballet. And so Kara, I want to know, and I'm sure the viewers want to know, how did you find your way to dance? How did that happen? Tell us how you became, well, not how you became a dancer, but what got you started in dance when you were a child?
Well, I started dancing when I was 3, and my parents just kind of put me in everything and see like what stuck, and dance really stuck with me. Funny thing is, I started out in karate, and it was at a dance studio called Bonnie's Dance and Performing Arts Center in Houston, Texas. And they had some dance classes going on, and so my mom thought, oh, we can put her in that too as well, and it just stuck. Like ever since then, I started in like ballet and tap and jazz, and then it's been going up from there. I joined a competitive dance team as well, so I got to experience what the concert side of dance is like, along with commercial dancing as well and competition dancing. So I really got to grow in my versatility within all of those different areas, and I've kind of just been doing it ever since.
I love it. I love it. And I know, directing the company, one of the things that we try to do is have a lot of different types of dancers working with the company. And one of the things that I have admired about you from the beginning is that you are so versatile. You know, you have a lot of different facets to your dancing. And I love that you can do hip hop and how great you are at hip hop. Being, I started dancing when I was, you know this story, right? I started as a break dancer. That's how I got into being even a ballet dancer. It is. It's amazing. And so I've always been intrigued with dancers that are versatile. And, being a product of the Joffrey Ballet, personally, we had the great distinction of doing lots of styles, not just working in one style. And as a professional dancer, I was very fortunate to work in a lot of different styles. Everything from, Paul Taylor to Merce Cunningham to Martha Graham, Alvin Ailey. I've done pieces by all of those choreographers, and I think really like being a hip hop dancer and being involved in other styles of dance really allowed me to make that jump very easily as a well-trained ballet dancer. Does that make sense?
Yes, absolutely.
So talk about that. Talk about that for yourself.
I went through like different styles of dance like throughout my whole life, but I really got to dive in to like the specific details and just the specific areas within each style. Like modern modern dance is something that I was introduced to in college, and so like getting to learn, like you said, Merce Cunningham, Paul Taylor, Martha Graham, like those have been genres that I dove into within college, and it deepened my appreciation for all dance styles too. It's interesting how like every single dance style can complement one another. Like I've heard so many different teachers say like ballet is the foundation of dance, hip hop's the foundation of dance, jazz is the foundation of dance, and I think it's really cool to see how they all bring out different qualities within one another. So that's something I've loved about trying to be a versatile dancer and getting to be involved in all of it, is growing a deeper appreciation for who were the people who kind of created these styles from the very beginning and how they've like evolved since then. And same thing with me too. Like another thing I love about hip hop is house, and that's something that's my favorite style so far from the hip hop group.
You're too young to remember the Paradise Garage. Have you heard about it?
I've heard of it.
Yeah, the Paradise Garage is where house, that's where it really went down. So, what college did you go to? Shout out the college, your college.
Yes, I went to Point Park University. They have different styles of dance, and they like to call them concentrations, and within each concentration being ballet, modern, and jazz, you get to branch out under those umbrellas with other different styles and different classes. Like even like classes to how to take care of yourself and like anatomy and different classes to just enhance your growth mentally, but also physically, how to take care of yourself. And so I was really blessed to go to that school, and just be immersed in all of that. And till this day, I'm still indecisive on like what my favorite dance style is, but something that each dance style has in common for me is that I get to perform them. I get to reach out to an audience member, whoever's watching, and just bring them into the experience. And that's something that has mattered the most to me. Whether I'm doing jazz, hip hop, when I'm doing a lot of ballet here in contemporary ballet, we've even done jazz as well.
Yeah.
My main factor is always thinking, how can I bring the audience into this? How can I make a connection with people that I don't know at all and make an impact on them, even though I'm not actually speaking to them. I'm speaking to them with my body, with my movement. And I really had the blessing and the privilege to really hone in on that journey at Point Park. And ever since then, I've just been...
Shout out Point Park.
Yep.
Yeah, I love that. And I love, a good college program where you're really exposed to the versatility, and Roxey Ballet is the beneficiary of that because,
yes, absolutely.
We've been, we're celebrating our 30th anniversary this year. We're so excited. There's so many great things going on for our 30th anniversary, including our alumni gathering, which is coming up. I believe it's November 29th, and it's directly following the opening night performance of the American Holiday Classic Nutcracker. That was a mouthful. But one of the things that able to create work in New Jersey, in our community, New Jersey and Pennsylvania. We are doing a little work in Pennsylvania now, I would say. And what's allowed us to do that is that we do ballet from A to Z. And I would even say most of it is ballet. I would say there's much of our work is contemporary theater ballet. And there's just so many different styles that we work in. And I think that for those of you that are watching, if you are interested in learning more about Roxey Ballet and the different styles, you can see stuff on YouTube, but we really don't put that much up there. It's best to come to a show, right? To come and see what we do and be part of what we're doing here within the community, in the New Jersey community. And the one thing I wanted to say, comment on what you said before, was you know, everybody says the foundation of dance is ballet or whatever other style they have perfected or are teaching, right? So that's a typical communication to a student, right? Like, this is where it's at, you should be doing this. But I have a different coin phrase, and I'm gonna say it, which is dance is the foundation for dance, right? Because if you can dance, you should be able to do every style, right? There should be no, if we're dancers, we just, change styles like we change our shoes. And that's one of the biggest, most important, valuable skills for a dancer at Roxey versus other companies, right?
Yeah, it's also a great way to step out of your comfort zone too. Like if you've been training in one style, getting to take classes or perform in something that is, like I said, out of your comfort zone, you grow an appreciation for it, even if it's something that you don't like train in every single day.
Right, and we've had dancers that have worked with Roxey Ballet that come in and they're really strong in one style, and maybe they go, man, I can't do this style. I don't know. I'm a blank dancer, right? But actually, if you stay with it, you'll become a well-rounded, versatile dancer here as well, because you get to dib and dabs in a lot of different styles. But anyway, what is it like for you to be a Roxey Ballet dancer?
I've loved it here so far. I started here in late January, and we did a bunch of different shows since then. We had Carmina Burana, we had Pied Piper, we've done few dances here and there, and I've just really enjoyed it so far. I love the environment that we have here. I feel like the company, all of us get along so well. It's not a stressful space. And what I also love is how we get to collaborate with the children and like trainees as well. Getting to all be in this one space together, we all get to learn how to train the same way, to hear the music the same way. And it's interesting how all of us have come from different avenues, yet we all end up in the same place. And just kind of do all the same thing together. And then we have very fun shows coming up this season. We also have Dracula's Lair, which is a little bit different from a typical show in a theater. Like it is a show, but it's going to be a fun interactive experience. We're calling it the Dracula's Lair Haunted Tour. And so if you buy your tickets, you'll be able to come here and kind of have this fun haunted house experience, but there's a twist. There's actually dance performances going on, and that's something I'm really hyped up for. And same thing with Nutcracker.
I'm so hyped. We are so hyped to scare the mess out of you. We are going to scare the mess out of you is what we're going to do. And it's going to be so cool. And tell us a little bit about Tutus and Tiaras, where you are. Well, why don't you tell the listeners what you're going to be doing in Tutus and Tiaras?
Yes, so we have Tutus and Tiaras coming up here on October 4th. And we also have one on November 8th. But the October 4th one is Cinderella themed. It's called Bibbidi Boppidi Boo Bash. And I'm playing Cinderella. And I'm very happy to be playing that role. I'm going to be partnering with Jonathan, who's also here in the company with us. And what's fun about this show is, well, backstory, we have some library performances that tend to happen here at Roxey Ballet. And like I did some this summer, same thing with Jonathan and Olivia. We would all get together and travel to these local libraries all throughout the New Jersey area. And we got to perform in front of the kids as well as read them a story time of like Sleeping Beauty. And so it's the same thing here, except the story is now Cinderella. And what's fun about this is it's another fun interactive experience where the kids get to dress up in their own little tutus, and then they're going to get to see beautiful tutus just like this. This tutu is the fairy godmother tutu. And we get to tell the story of Cinderella not just by reading the book and like looking at the pictures, but to actually see the pictures come to life in a sense. And we're going to get to perform for the kids, play the characters, all the way from the point where Cinderella does her variation, just longing for the prince, longing for a life at the castle, all the way until where she loses her shoe, and the prince is like, "Where's my love?" And then they find each other again, connecting through, "Oh, the shoe fits." Like, we go throughout the entire story, and get to share it all with the kids.
You know, we do a full-length production of Cinderella, which we're not doing this season, but it's absolutely spectacular. It's hilarious. It's funny. I have made an appearance as one of the ugly stepsisters.
Wait, actually, that's amazing.
Yeah, oh yeah. I love you know,
that.
every once in a while I get up there on stage. I mean, I'm getting older now, but I love being on stage. I've always
It's so
loved
fun.
being on stage.
It's absolutely so fun.
Yeah, even with one leg at this point, you know. One leg works, one leg doesn't. Oh, I'm still up there, you know, but
You're still doing your
I'll
best.
dance
great,
until
Mark.
I die, right? Dance until you die.
That's my motto too. I'm like, I'm gonna dance until I physically cannot.
Yeah, you matriculate through all the different facets of being a dancer as you know, when you're doing what I'm doing, I won't be here probably, but we won't go in that direction in the conversation, but, you know, no one gets out alive. So, what are some of your favorite roles that you've danced with Roxey thus far, and why? Or if you just pick one, and why?
If I were to pick like one performance to do again, it would be Carmina Burana. I would do that again, like on the spot. You ask me, and I just start doing it. It was such a privilege to learn all those different roles that took place in the entire production. And what I loved about the story is that it is a production in of itself, but the story, it's like little micro stories within one big performance, rather than like a story like The Nutcracker or Cinderella, where there's kind of one storyline that's being played throughout. And the music in Carmina Burana it's one of the greatest musical scores I've ever heard, because it's so complex. All the counts are different. You have to listen and authentically think, okay, how is this going to play out? How do we really connect with this music? How do we portray to the audience the exact story based off of the words and the musical cues and the musicality of everything? And it's also very fun, complex choreography. It was really fun to learn that and kind of learn off the video and see like what past generations of like alumni and casts, what they did, and getting to play that role and emulate that. It was
and shout out to
such a treat.
Princeton Pro Musica, who
Yes.
we do Carmina Burana with exclusively. They are, we do it every couple of years. We pull Carmina Burana out of the hat and we perform it. And shout out to Ryan, the conductor, who is absolutely phenomenal conductor.
Phenomenal.
And Ryan is just exceptional. And we have a great collaboration, and we've worked so well together for so many years. At this point, it's like a glove that fits really nicely, and he's amazing, and you guys were beautiful in Carmina Burana for sure. And I mean, what are you going to be performing, and how have rehearsals been going for what you're performing, what you're about to perform? Talk about that a little bit.
So for Cinderella specifically, there's a fun variation that I've been learning with Jonathan, or it's a pas de deux, a partnering little piece, a little excerpt, that we're going to be performing for the kids, so that they kind of get to see what dancers are like dancing with each other, and how there's a great way to connect with dancers, not only through just a simple rehearsal process or like multiple people playing the same role, but getting to actually dance with each other. And pas de deux, specifically partnering, is probably one of my favorite things about dancing. It's just really connecting with someone, learning how to shift your weight with that person, whether it be in like contemporary partnering or classical dance, like I will be doing with Jonathan here soon, playing Cinderella. That's something that I really enjoy so far, and I'm also learning this little variation that's from Cinderella, which is her like before the ball, where she's kind of dancing and interacting with the stepsisters, and she has that longing to reach to the castle and like connect with other people and not just stay in the compounds of the house that she lives in. And so I hope that I'll get to portray to the audience being like the little kids and everything like that. Just the kind of the state that she's in and how it's like a juxtaposition to the state she's going to be in later, where she's like, oh my goodness, I'm in love, I'm with the prince, and it's fun to just story tell.
Who doesn't want to be in love?
I know, right?
Right? So what's interesting is that Tutus and Tiaras, along with our Read, Dance, and Grow initiative that we do here at Roxey, which includes the Bippity Boppity Boo concert, is that we really are highly interested in connecting literature with dance and bringing it to young age children so that they can see themselves in art, in dance, and also understand how it connects to literature, and promoting young people reading is like a really critical thing today, because everything is iPad, everything is, and just opening a book and reading a book and really focusing on literature is something that we feel really, really strong about. And so that hence, our Read, Dance, Grow initiative and our Bippity Boppity Boo Tutus and Tiaras. I would also mention that we have a couple of other things for seniors. We have a program that's called Brown Bag and Ballet. It's for seniors and members of the community to come out and bring a lunch and just hang out with the dancers and watch a professional rehearsal with the company. And then we have our beer and ballet event, which is come out, have some beer, and enjoy a more adult experience of rehearsal, etc. So all of those events, as you can see, we're focused on every segment of society and not just one area. We're not just an organization for children, where we do a lot of programming for adults and for teens and for 30-somethings as well. And so if you're out there and you're watching this and you're not sure if Roxey has something for you, come on out and give us a try and see what we're about. And
we'd love to see you.
Yeah, we would love to see you. And I know I'm going to love to see you do Cinderella, and I can't wait to see the children who come to the performance and watch them light up. A couple other things we have coming up. Kara you mentioned we have the Haunted Halloween Tour in the 3rd and 4th weeks of October. Come, be scared. You're going to be scared, I promise. And then we have our alumni gathering, our sweets. Hopefully I'm not going too fast. Our Sweets and Tea celebration with the Sugar Plum Fairy. That is a very, very popular event. Please get your tickets for that early, because it will fill up. You don't want to wait. It's great for families. Boys and girls, everyone can come out. It's a lot of fun. Lots of sweets, lots of treats, lots of hot chocolate and coffee and tea and all that. Oh my gosh, it's so, I can just see all the scrumptious desserts lined up on the table already. And then we have the Nutcracker, obviously. It's our 30th anniversary. Super stoked about it. There's going to be alumni in the performance as well that are going to make cameo appearances throughout. So if you're out there and you want to be a part of the alumni gathering, just reach out to us at roxypr@gmail.com, and we'll be able to get you looped into the actual event. If you want to be part of our alumni committee, we've got great stuff going on there. We would love to have you involved. Shout out alumni, Mill Ballet and Roxey Ballet alumni. Come on out and celebrate 30 years with us. Who would have thought?
I know.
30 years, it's really a lifetime. And there's lots of other stuff. Check your local listings, because we're everywhere in the community. We'll be performing at all kinds of libraries. We have a library calendar up on our website. Check that out. Our website is roxyballet.org, if I haven't already said that. And yeah, come on out and see all the amazing things that we're doing. And one last thing, if you are someone who is unable to make a performance and you are shut in your home, or you are unavailable to come because you're out of town, we want you to know that we have a solution for that. We have the Roxey Ballet channel. It's a great opportunity for you to watch from wherever you are remotely. You could be in the Bahamas, you could be in Australia, and you can watch the Roxey Ballet performing. So make sure you get your tickets at roxeyballet.org/channel, and yeah, you come on and join us. There's no excuse not to be part of our amazing community, which you are a part of our amazing community. We love you so much. And thank you for the folks behind camera who are making this work.
Thank you.
Thank you, team. And we'll see you guys on the next episode of Watch Wednesday, next Wednesday at 11:30 a.m. God bless you. Peace and love. And we'll see you in the ballet.